Good morning. I know nobody's on here yet. Anywho, maybe I'll get to watch it back. I decided this morning I did this girl over gesso and I used the graphite stick. Good morning. I used the graphite stick this morning to draw her and then softened it with some acrylic paint and then used watercolor over it. I've had a lot of questions in the past about it and I just haven't done anything about it yet as far as the demo. Anywho, this page is already gesso with a super thin coat. Good morning from Puerto Rico. Cool. This is a gesso page. I'm gonna use this graphite stick and just sketch out a face, a girl, as always. And I play with proportions a lot. Like I like a small mouth and a small nose with big eyes. And I'll redo that if I want. These are just little guidelines for me. And whether I put the eyes close together or far apart, or this way, it changes the age of them. Looking kind of weird at the moment, but that's okay. She'll come together. Probably doing this too small for what I had planned. It's a bit smaller than that one for sure. Let me see. I might redo this, y'all. Give me a second. That's a good thing about having gesso on the bottom. I wanted her a little bigger. Anywho, let's go bigger. It'd be a little easier to do bigger with what I'm thinking of anyway. I always have to do them with a little more control. The nostrils. And when I draw my eyes, I've been trying to, space this and this. I'll do these lines to kind of get my markers. Try to get this distance the same distance apart from the eyes, from the nostrils. Sound like I'm still half asleep, huh? Everybody's working today, huh? Maybe some of them will get to just watch it back. I used to do this all the time with the watercolor over gesso, and I really like it. It's tricky, but I like it. I paused to see if anybody's saying anything. Y'all are quiet. I'm quiet. I don't have my music. Is she looking in the same direction? If y'all don't have these graphite sticks, they are lovely. Lovely. I think I'm going to have her body kind of going that way. Kind of like those crooked necks. Do flowers in her hair too. I'm trying to make myself tuck some behind these instead of just out in the open. There, I got 3 and 3. Kind of. I'll make that a little lower. Good morning. I am doing the graphite and watercolor over a gessoed surface, and I'll probably use some white acrylic as well. I did that this morning. I hadn't played with my watercolors in some time. Good morning. So I'm just going to pull this color out now for the shading. Move this graphite stick around. This is where I kind of correct the eyes too, if it, well, any of it. And I'm going to shrink her lips down, because that's too fat. She's got a little bit more of a slender face. No, I haven't gotten that yet. I haven't been to town just yet. And I didn't order from Amazon because my husband's been getting my packages. Anybody else hide them? Oh my God, we're terrible. I know I'm not the only one. And he never watches these, so, but he knows. He was sitting in my art room yesterday saying, "You sure have acquired a lot in the last 2 years." Just looking around. He is so observant, y'all. I can't sneak anything by him, and good luck to the kids. Ooh. Yep, this right eye's a little higher, isn't it? Bring it down. I'll fix that. One thing over gesso, it's easy to take stuff away, but sometimes you can do it and not want to. You'll see in a minute. I totally just need to redo that, don't I? I'm going to let this dry just a smidgen, because if I go in now with that wet graphite, it'll be super, super dark. And I need to get another napkin too, paper towel, because this one's wet from earlier. Oh, thank you. I'm going to try to save this one today. I did one Saturday, and I was hoping to be able to share it on YouTube. It's so much easier to do it that way. But it wouldn't. When I got finished with it, I kept hitting the save button, and it would not. I don't know why. I do not know why. Better put some of that in there too. But y'all, these things almost, I don't know what kind of base it has, but they have an oily kind of texture to them, and I really, really like them. They go so smooth. They're buttery. Buttery, buttery. There, see, this page, this part right here is still a little too wet, but that's okay. There. Yeah, I need a dry paper towel. This one's soaked. Soaked. But I am going to go ahead and take some off of her lips too. See, most of this is dry. You can do that, and then it'll just take it right away. If I'm missing y'all, comments or whatever, I'm sorry. Try to catch it. Yes, you do. They are super fabulous. What is your name again? I know it's bad. I don't remember. I know it starts with an A, right? These sticks, I'm telling you, it's probably my favorite purchase recently, other than the Dina Wakley ones. They're pretty nice. And y'all, this eye is lower now, but that's the easier fix. That's gonna bug me. I try to let some things go, and some I just can't. It's terrible. Are y'all that way? See how juicy those are when they're wet? I mean, like, I hate to even waste that. I want to get paper and... Because look at all that goodness. Anywho, this is my wet one. I better move it. You purchased them on Amazon. Oh, I saw that. Which stick number? This is the 6B, I believe. It's kind of covered, but I'm certain it's the 6B. Okay. Y'all, I think, let me hit it with a dryer for a hot minute. I need to do that too first. Never mind. And I've got an hour. I started at 7:30. I did check. We get an hour limit on these things. So if it gets close to 8:30, y'all let me know, because it's going to cut us off. I'll try to make sure I wrap it up in time, so hopefully it'll let me save it and I can put it on YouTube. So much easier that way. Editing and all that good stuff is just so time consuming. I'm just putting in some shading where I want to keep it out on here. And I'll just use the side of my brush too and do the limbs. Lines, whatever. There. I almost left the first one this morning. Oh, thank you. I missed your name. Teresa, you are an early bird. What time is it there anyway? We're 7:43. God, you're early. Yeah, I almost left that other one this morning in black and white because I liked it the way it was. Just gonna pull a little bit of this out with this brush and random little strokey bits. And I have a hard time leaving Alexa. Okay, I knew it was an A. Got that part right. I need these streaks to be a little longer right here. That's super dark, but I'll leave it alone. Y'all, I messed up her right eye, didn't I? Now it's lower. I'm gonna have to do something with that. I keep tilting it to me because it's kind of distorted. Let's see if that'll do it. Might need a different brush. It's just too quiet creating like this, y'all. It sucks YouTube has people have a fit if you have music playing in the background. Hi, Patrina. How are you today? I'm going to let some of this dry. I'm going to dry it right quick, and then I'm going to go in with the watercolors. Bug life. Aw. Girl, all my stuff's in my journals. Good. Good, good. Hope you have a good day. Oh, I know. It was super quiet in the background. I could barely even tell what was playing in the background. No, you shouldn't do that if it might be wet. But I always do. Smack, smack. Okay. Now, next thing I want to do is put a little bit of white acrylic, and I moved my stuff around. I like to put just a little bit of white acrylic on there and soften some of this, which it's not as dark as my other one was. Put my palette in my lap. He hasn't sold any pictures. But he hasn't been taking as many pictures lately. But he did just buy a really, really nice drone. And it takes super, super fabulous pictures. So he's enjoying that more so than the other. Yeah, I'm just going to move this paint around here. Spread it about in some spots anyway, because I want my watercolor to maybe be somewhat even. Like if you hit a spot that doesn't have this paint and the gesso under it might have different textures, if that's making any sense. I'm going to leave her lips alone though. What website are you talking about? I have one of my friend's dads offered to do some prints and sell some stuff for me, because I don't know how to do all that. And I think there's a little bit of a fear if you do all that and then there's no response. You kind of get your, how would you put that? Good morning, sneaking in from work. What'd you do, go to the bathroom? Okay, so that's the white paint layer. I'm not going to put any on the flowers. Fiona, I got gessoed surface and then this graphite stick. And then just now, white acrylic paint. I'm going to hit this with the dryer and then put my watercolor over it. Now what I did earlier to determine if I wanted to do a whole paint, and I used to just start something and go in with paint and then say, ooh, that's not going to work. So earlier I swatched this white acrylic paint that I'm using. I kind of swiped it over here and then put the watercolor on it just to see how it would react. Because paints are different from one brand to another. So you may want to try that if you don't have the same brands. Just swatch out over here and then put your stuff on top of it. But I'm going to use Jane Davenport watercolors. Y'all use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy anything. Now I would get those Prima sticks. Because I haven't found anything similar. But I'm going to get these Jane watercolors in a little ceramic palette, get them ready. I'll show it to you in a second. And I'm going to use her, what she calls Kiss Kiss, which is like a, I'm saying a burnt orange or burnt sienna. I'll show them to you. I need to clean one spot on here, I forgot. And then a really pretty purple right here. I can't tilt it too much because it'll spill. But there's that purple, which is called Mystic. If you have her palette, I don't know if, I think those, I mixed two of her palettes into one because I got tired of two different palettes. But you can use whatever purple and, good morning, Norma. You can mix whatever purple and burnt sienna you like. Oh, that's what else I needed to do, y'all. Sorry. I should have done this ahead of time. Didn't think about it. And I'm going to mix two on this little palette. The purple and the sienna. I say sienna, the Kiss Kiss together, the Mystic and the Kiss Kiss. Because I love this pinky purple. Here, I'll tilt it that way. Oh, this lighting sucks, y'all. But that color is really pretty. So I got the two colors down, and then I mixed the two together. Because y'all can learn that from Danielle Donaldson's, where I got the color mixing with watercolors. Dang, like it's making you mad. What's making you mad? Okay, I'm going to go in with, I keep rinsing my brush off because I'm sticking it in the wrong color. I used to hear or watch people when they would rinse their brushes off and take all that watercolor away when I first started, and I thought, oh my God, you're wasting all that? No way, I can't do that. But yeah, you have to. I seriously would be like, oh. So this is just that Kiss Kiss. I did like her black and white too. I've always been a sucker for black and white. You know, sometimes I'll get like a really wet brush and you see these lines. Let me show you. If I were to do this and create this harsh line, and it's dripping too, I rinse my brush and get some of that water off and just push into it, and it blends it. And if that's not enough, you can push back a little bit more, and it softens that area instead of having a rough line, unless you want a line. Oh. Okay. And I do like some drips in it too, but anyhow. I'm just going to shade in areas I normally shade in. And I'm really just dabbing the brush in, and I'm not painting with the brush. I am, but I'm not. Like doing paint strokes. It's certainly different than acrylic. Faux show. You see how I got these wonky lines here? Just take a wet brush, take some of the water off, because you want it to wet this surface beneath it and pull that color and just blend it. Even over here. Kind of wiggly shake it into it. And even some of these little bubbles that are left behind, looks like little air bubbles, I like the little texture it gives. Sometimes if you put too much on your brush, like I just did there too, you can just move it to another part instead of wiping it off your brush. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was on a flower kick a while back, and after taking Renee, still don't know her last name, Renee's Painted Camellia. It's on Ivy Newport's site. Anywho, I got back onto my flower kick. So I like where she is. Let me put a little bit down here. And if you get too big of a drip, you just dry your brush off and tap it and get some of that overage off. Good morning. How do you say that? Poussiere. I loved your work this morning with the two women. It was so cute. I want to take that class, but I wouldn't. I'm signed up for another class for the year long, so I couldn't do the other one. I forget what it was called. Y'all, I may too, like right here, where I like a little highlight above the eye. In this area, take a damp brush, wipe it, let that water kind of sit a second, and tap it, and it lifts it. So if you get it too dark, you can always lift it. Especially, now your paper's going to make a difference, but with this gessoed background or on watercolor, some watercolor papers, it depends on the paint, might stain it, but on this gesso it's pretty easy. Okay, I'm going to go in with some of this purple now, because I like purple for the shading colors. I'm really just going to tap some of it in, because if you mess with it too much, it really lifts everything, and then you'll have a big old white spot. You need to kind of be purposeful whenever you lay this down, because if you put it in the wrong spot and move it, then you're going to end up putting this other color back down, because it's going to lift it too. Like now I'm tempted to move this some, but I know what it's going to do. It's going to totally move it. You see my dirty hands? What they're doing? I'm having to be extra careful over here. There. All-time favorite black pencil. Right now it's this one. These Prima graphite sticks, but I do like the Stabilo. I think I like the Stabilo all graphite one. This one that's red is just graphite, better than the black, because the black can be super black. I'm going to put some more purple here and there where I want the darkest spots to be. Just ever so. You do a lot of tapping motions. And now some of this is going to leave little droopy drop marks, but I really like it. I should have done that on the other eye, right above there. I'm just going to try to blend it. Ever so lightly tapping, because I'm trying not to move that color underneath it. Yeah, that graphite's, it came in a set, so you get 2B to, what's the darkest, 12B. That 12B. Super dark. Now, I'm going to leave, well, no, I'm not either, am I? I'm not leaving it alone. Y'all do that? Like, ooh, I'm going to quit and you see something else. Especially when you take a picture of your work. There's been so many times I take a picture to post on Instagram, and when you look at that photo, you're like, you see it differently. Then you have to go back in. Put a little bit of that purple over here. Okay, what do I want to do next? Do I need to put just a smidget of that? That eye was a little lower. Y'all, when you get finished with this, you can take that white acrylic once it's dry and blend it, and it really softens it up. But I like the drippy watercolor little tappy motions. So that color I mixed together, the Mystic and the Kiss Kiss together, that's what I'm going to use on her lips. See, it has more of a pinky color. But where it's real heavy, I'm going to just tap with a dryer brush and pick it up. And I'll push, kind of wiggle around to bring some of that color up, because I still want that highlight on her lips. That's one thing that was more hard, it's still difficult, is to leave stuff alone. Leave the white space, and I'll have that same issue up here, I'm sure. And I always start from right and go left. I need to learn to go left to right with my right hand, because I stick my hand back in the wet. I'm going to go right back in, kind of where that darker part was from the graphite, and put the purple down, and then pull some of that Kiss Kiss and push into it. And then a wet brush, just almost dry. No, it's still wet, but not dripping wet. And just kind of wiggle that about, and then try to leave that alone. Well, I'm going to put this a little darker. There. You see how that paint's dripping down into it? I like that part. I really do. And see, now I got to reach across this to paint, silly girl. I need more color, is what it is. It's too watered down. See how much prettier that is. I miss watercolor. I didn't think I did. Somebody mentioned it the other day. I was like, oh, I don't miss watercolor. Then I played with it this morning. I was like, yes, I do. Who was that? Was it Tracy? If she watches it back, I think it was Tracy. So I'm going to get a little more of this Kiss Kiss and push into that now. You don't want to mix it on here, because then it'll be muddy. I want it to just ever so slightly touch and then blend. I'm going to take this wet brush and kind of wet the paper under it so it'll pull itself over. I'm going to try to leave that, let me catch this because that's going to get on her face. I'm going to try to leave these white spots along the white space. I do love those drips though. Look at that. I just don't want it to come across her face. But I do love that. I do miss watercolor. Y'all are quiet. There's only a few of you here though. On a big Monday morning. Yep. Here. I'm gonna leave that alone. I love that darker purple. I got more color up here than I did on her face. So I should put her little something on, huh? So I'll balance it out a little better. She's kind of leaning in. Leaning over. Yeah, I should have put a little more color. I might do that right here. Darken this purple up some. So I think when you look at it with my eyes, I need to see that it pulls me up here because it's more vibrant. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that down here. Do the same. Now that's gonna dry a little lighter, so I'll leave it alone. Then it'll be okay. I am a purple girl. I like my purple. Cool. Oh, thank you. What is your name? Ikmit Lifty. Is that German? Because I do not know. I got 30 more minutes to play, y'all, before it cuts us off. I'm going to put a little bit of that Kiss Kiss in her eye. Like a brown Hazley when that black kind of mixes with it. Ilsa, Ikmit Lifty, Ilse. I have to ask my mother-in-law. Is that German? Because my mother-in-law's German. I tried to learn some and then I quit on it. I need to do better. Because our aunt, my husband's aunt, is here from Munich. She speaks decent English, but I'm terrible with my Deutsche. I with love. Oh, that is cute. I need to remember that. I was certain it would stay black and white. Oh. I should have took a picture of her and then put it on my iPad. I like playing with those images that way too. Do you pronounce that Ilse? Is that I-L-S-E? Good morning, Peggy. I've got about 22 minutes left to play. Now that I know what I need to look at my time. And I love color mixed with black and white. Like leaving her hair and these leaves. But I am gonna put this paint, this watercolor. I'm gonna wet it down really good. Let's see if I can protect her face a little bit without ruining it. Splatters. Anybody else love them? Love, love. Okay, let me get this color. I want some of both of the colors that I used. There. Not as easy name when you don't. Yeah. Ilsa. Cool. So there you go, y'all. I'm gonna dry it a little bit more, and I'm not gonna mess with her anymore. I thought about going in and touching up some of the lines, but I kind of like leaving them smudgy on it. You know, not outlining everything. Because even with this girl, and her face is an odd shape. I tried playing with the placement, like squishing her face down this way and widening it this way. Like putting her eyes further apart and everything else closer together, and this is still my style, but it's as if you took this and just squished her and everything kind of went that way, if it makes sense. And this chick. Now I like this one though. I like her. I like the pointier chin. And see, she's smushed. But I like this longer girl. She's older girl. She's still not old, but she's older. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Linda. So, yep. Y'all, I'm loving this big journal. Oh my God. I got 4 more pages left, and then I'm going to flip it and work on this side. And I just started December 14th, a month ago. A month ago today. Oh, thank you. Oh, really? Is it ginormous? See, I would have to, I do have a journal. I do have a book that's more of a landscape view. Where's it at? It was the sewing book. What did I do with it? I haven't played in it in a while. I kind of play with something, get on a kick, get bored, and move on. And then when I go back, I see all these things. I'm like, oh, I remember you. Y'all know that's going to trouble me. Where's my book? It was a sewing book, and there's pages on my Instagram. Now, when I get off here, I'm going to have to go find it. Oh, cool. I may do that. I need to get some good pictures of it. I don't think many people scan anymore, is what my friend's dad said. He does beautiful photography. I think he said most people will take really high quality photos now and then have it printed. But yeah, I need to dry this so I can move on. I want these darker drips here, but I'm so tempted to hit it with a paper towel and then it's going to be lighter. I'm so impatient letting stuff dry. It's not too bad. Okay, we're good. Sometimes it'll lift that color back up and then leave a white spot. And I wanted it dark. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a try. I got some prints he made for me. Hold on, y'all, because I'm aggravated now that I can't find my book. Squirrel! I got sidetracked. Staples can do the scan. Do you think even with this hump of this book, they get a good scan with these, with these, what would you call this? These humps. They get a decent scan with it, because I don't know if it'll lay flat. Anywho, y'all, I got 15 minutes left. What you want to do? Let me do a flip. I did a flip already, didn't I? I don't know. I got a few books I need to do a flip of. I'll flippity-doo-dah, because I know I started doing this the other day and then got cut off. That's from Renee's class. Just Google the pink camellia, and she still needs some work. There's something about her, she kind of, I don't know. Oh, that's fine. This is like a 16 3/4 by 11 3/4. I don't mind Alexa. Renee does online class with Ivy Newport. And the one that I took for that one that I showed you, these two were from her class. This one, and then I did this one with my girl. And this was Dina Wakely class. Inspired by her. Hello. Thank you. She's different, but I really like her. She reminds me of, oh my gosh, I'll get it in a minute. That one's still unfinished. I need to go back to it. And I love these colors. This is the Derwent Graphite, watercolor graphite. It's 2 colors from them. I don't know if I got this far the other day doing a flip. I think I did this during a live because I added that green. I'm not a green person and I added it and liked it. This was using Tombow marker in the background with this pinky, red pinky. This was a pissy day. I mean a pissy day. I know I showed this on a live. Yeah, it was a rough day. I really love her. This text. I really love this page. And I don't dig this one at all. I think those colors together, I like her. She's kind of soft. Oh, I quit painting on this side of the page because it's just uncomfortable. So I'm gonna flip this over now and go backwards. There's that one. I like this page. I like her. She's huge, y'all. These pages are big. I like her too. She's kind of funky, distorted, but I like it. I did post this one, I think, on Instagram. And this one was Flying Pangolins. That was inspired by her. It's different. It's my style. I like her too. The colors. There's something about those colors. And I messed up her eye, y'all. I could not get it right. So I took a picture of it, printed it out, and luckily it was about the right size. So then I pasted it in. I do like those colors though. I should have wrote down what I used. Good morning. I'm doing an impromptu. I love these flowers too. Kind of doing a flip through. And I don't remember. I think this was from Renee's class too. One of them. I don't know if it was from that or not. Yeah, these flowers were. This book is so big you cannot, my big arse journal, cannot get it all on one page. Anywho, I do. I love it. Love, love, love. That burnt sienna is probably quick. That and the purples are really, really, really my favorite. But I will date this before I forget. Cool. Well, y'all, my time is about to run out. I think I got about 10 minutes left. I don't know of anything I can do that quick. I do have a pre-pepped. Move that journal out of the way. Pre-prepped sheet. We can play on with a quickness. Yeah, I love them. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, I got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to show you how I've been doing my faces lately because it's changed since my YouTube post. I'll draw a circle like the chin and just do this for the mouth because I love those downturned pouty mouths. And this is too small, Pamela. Anyway, let's do it again. I'm gonna run out of time. Okay, let's do that again. I'll just start with a mouth. See how fast we can do this. I like these fun, fast plays too sometimes. And I do like sad faces, y'all. I just like them. I'm gonna do her little side bun. And that's how I've been doing my faces. Now you can take your water brush with these things and really bring it out. I'm racing against the clock, y'all. This is on Jean Oliver's site, these fast, quick draws. And then saving them because, you know, they still, I love them. Even with the drips. They just have some character. Y'all play, have fun. Anywho. Alright, y'all. It's nice chit-chatting with you today. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to get off of here and close it out so it doesn't cut me off. And try to save it and put it on YouTube. We shall see. We shall see. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to get off here and say ciao for now. Talk to you later. Bye.